Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here on YOUCANIC we have a 2016 Dodge Journey, and on this Dodge Journey we're going to go over how you replace this side mirror, the whole unit. Say it was broken or the electrics inside are broken, and you know, so it doesn't move electronically. So to get to it, we're also going to need to move. You would have removed your inner door panel to be able to do any work. We're going to start with removing these covers. Just a small screwdriver or a pick tool to get in there. So we've removed those covers, and then using a screwdriver to remove the master switch or some good non-marring tool to get in there, and you just work it in and then pull it out. It's just got clips on both sides, these metal clips that hold it in. And then once you get this pulled up, then you'll push these tabs on the electric connectors and unhook them. Then we'll take our P2 here to undo this screw, and then this cover, you can just pull it out, pop it out, and then be able to slide it out that way and remove that. And then we have one last bolt right down here, which is a T30. So we've got the T30 bolt removed, and now we'll work our way around by popping push pins. A lot of times right around here is a spot to go in on other vehicles, not so much this one. So you just got to work your tool between the door and the plastic panel. And then there is a little bit of a clip on the top of the door here that goes in here, but as you raise the door panel up, this one will pop out. And now just work it up and be able to work it out. And remember, there is one electric cable on the back side you will squeeze together, which is this one here. There's a push pin here, and there is a push 2 on the other side. We probably don't have to take it all completely off. We just need to remove this push pin and be able to pull it back to gain access to some screws. We also have a couple of push pins right here, and a bolt that is behind here is all part of the weather stripping to be able to get this off. So let's start with removing this push pin right here. Simple as popping the top, pulling it out a little bit, and then you should be able to just pull the whole push pin and remove it. And now we'll see if we can just remove and get enough access to the bolts, so we don't need to undo the other 2 on the other side unless we really want to. But we now have access to these 2 bolts, and we'll want to pop this electric connector that's right here by just pressing and pulling it away. And then we'll need to work our way prying this connector out. Here. And then we have those 2 bolts, but we also have some push pins right here that we need to pull out so that we can get some of this weather stripping away to get to the bolt that's on this back side. Now these are a 8mm. You're going to want to hold your hand on the other side so that the mirror doesn't fall off. And then you'll be able to remove and bring the whole electric system out through that hole. So this is the mirror. It's been removed in case you need to do the replacement. And now if you've got a new mirror or a quality used one, you go back in the reverse order and be able to pull the wire through, line up the bolts and get them in there, and then we'll want to get one tightened on there before you let your hand go, or it's going to fall out onto the ground. And now size 8, we'll tighten those up. And then we'll push these weather stripping pins, push pins back in to keep that weather stripping attached to where we want it to be. And now we can connect this. We got that little connector. You might as well connect the electric down here so we don't forget. And then you'll take this piece . So we run that back up into put that weather stripping where it's supposed to be. Lock that into place. Install our door panel. And we have this electric that's going to connect on here, as well as these two that we can run up here to be able to connect to our master switch. So we just want to make sure that we hook this one up. With that hooked, then we can run these through here so that we can get them when we put the master switch back on. And then we're going to raise the door. And so you raise the door and know that we have our door lock. And we want to make sure that that comes through. And then we need to take the door itself and you work it over the weather stripping. You're going to line this door lock up in the hole. And so it's in the lock position right now. That's why it's down. You had to move the handle a little bit. It was off a teeny bit. We just had to move it up and down to get, there's a clip that goes in there. And now we'll just work our way around, snapping all of the, make sure we still have access to the electric cables for our master switch. We got one T27 bolt that goes right in here. And then we've got this cover piece to put on it. We just set that into place. We've got one, we'll go ahead and install this cover, pulling our handle, and then being able to snap this cover into place. And now, we're going to have one Phillips head to tighten up in here. And so that's been tightened in. And then you'll be able to take your master switch, connect that up, both the cables, and then you just snap this back in there. So we've installed the master electrical switch for your electric mirrors and your windows. And last thing, we have this cover plate to put on the top here and snap that into place. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the